Hey guys, it's Oberstadt, and in today's video what I'm going to be doing is using the Bh Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette in combination with some of the little mini Zodiac palettes. I'm going to be using Gemini on one eye and Aries on the other because of course the Galaxy Chic palette doesn't have any matte shades in it. I already have blush, bronzer, highlight on, corrector, concealer, my eyebrows are done, and I'm wearing a lip combo that turned out quite a bit different than I was anticipating because the base is like the shade I would use for a concealer, and then the lip pencil that I used over it, which is like a lip crayon, is like a dark red, and I ended up with like a rose color. So we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna start off with the Gemini palette, and I'm gonna be picking up shade number 1, or that's what I call it. It's like the very first shade. It's a lighter transition color, and I'm going to be working that a little higher than my natural crease like I usually do. And because these shadows are like super crumbly and kind of delicate, and I don't want a whole lot of fallout, that's why I go in a little at a time and build stuff up. If you notice that I don't like, I'm constantly going back and forth in the palette. There's a reason for that. I would rather build a color up than have it like in your face and not be able to blend it out all at once. And due to my eye shape, I just kind of do like a C motion around the outside of it to drag color down to the lower lash line as well, because my brows go out quite a bit farther than the corner of my eye. The corner of my eye actually matches up with my natural arch. And some people, their eye comes out to here, which is closer to the tail of their eyebrow, or their eyebrow tail ends closer to where the corner of their eye is, and my eye isn't shaped like that. So I'm going to go into this shade here, which is what I would call a number 6. It's kind of a reddish brown. I'm using the same brush, and I'm tapping this on the outer edge of my eye. And then I'll blend it in. And that's what we've got so far. And now I'm going to go in, I'm going to go into this Mars shade. It's kind of like a dark bronzy shade, and I'm going to use my Vera Luna brush. I'm going to try it dry and see what happens. I need to get it wet, I will. And I'm putting that halfway and then dragging it towards the outer corner. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it under my eye as well. And then I'm just going to flip the brush over, and I'm going to grab the shade that was next to it, which is Asteroid. It's like the same shade, but it's got this really pretty like turquoisey blue mixed in with it. So I want to see if it comes off differently on the eye. Because the base color looks almost the same. It is. It's coming off. It almost looks like there's silver in it. I don't even know if the camera's gonna pick it up. That's interesting. And then I'm just gonna press my finger over where the two kind of meet up in the center of my lid. And then I'm gonna take some under my eye as well. That's interesting. All right, I'm gonna go back into the Gemini palette, and I'm gonna grab the center shade, which is like a yellow, pop it on my inner corner and my brow bone. And I think I'm just gonna finish this off with mascara. I don't even think I want to put liner on it. I did pull liner just in case I wanted to use liner on it. I mean, you could use like a black liner to make your eye look darker, but I kind of like the way it looks. And I'll zoom you in so you can get a better look at it. Now for this eye, I'm going to be using the Aries palette, and I'm going to be starting with shade 5. So if I count from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like this brickish red shade, and then I'm going to go from that to the cherry red shade. And I'm tapping it on first, kind of like mapping out where I want color to be, and then I'm going to swipe and blend. For some people, reds are really intimidating shades to use. Usually if I have red on, you better look out. Red's kind of like one of those power colors for me. If I'm trying to remain like calm or chill or whatever, you'll see me in like a pastel green or pastel blue, or even sometimes a darker blue. But if I'm in one of those like rip snorting moods, like I could eat somebody and chew them up and spit them back out, you'll see me in red. Whether it's red in my clothing or my makeup, like lipstick or something like that. Usually if I've got a red lip on, watch out. And I'm only carrying this red about halfway in. I don't want to make it look like I've got some weird infection. And this is a more of a muted red than anything. And now I'm going to go into this more cherry red. Stamp that on the outside edge. And then put it in my crease, and probably going to carry it about halfway in on the eyelid. And I'm just using the same brush because these colors are very similar. One is just a little bit more orange than the other. One is more of like a cherry red. The other one's more like a bricky red. Run that under my eye as well. Just kind of leaving it blown out. Alright, now I'm going to go into the Galaxy Chic palette. I don't know, I'm thinking this Jupiter shade. I'll try it and find out. It's like a reddish shade. It doesn't look like it wants to go on with this brush, we'll see. Yeah, I don't like that brush. Let's try a synthetic brush. Because the other one was natural hair. It's very similar to that red from the Aries palette. It's just like a shimmery version of it. Looks like it's got a little bit more pink in it as well. I'm going to put this all over my lid dry, and then I think I'm going to get the brush wet and put that on the inner corner of my eye and see what happens. I go right up on the underside of my eye really quick with it too. How I get my brushes wet is I just take regular tap water in a cup, and then I dip the bristles in it, and then I take my fingers and squeeze it out through my fingers so that I know the brush is wet, you know, all the way through. And I usually pick one spot on a pan to get wet, just in case there's like hard pan. It's going on a little bit more opaque wet. Not much of a difference, but it is noticeable to me. And I'm going to leave that wet in the inner part and then leave it dry over there, because I mean the color is still the same. And I'm just going to touch up under here with the brush while it's damp. Now one thing I wanted to see is this Mercury shade down here on the bottom. It's like a bronze and a gold and a white. So I'm going to pick that up on another BH brush, and I accidentally touched the wrong spot. I'm going to tap that right in the center of my eye and then press over it with my finger. I already got some up here, but that was unintentional. I'm going to go ahead and put some up here. And then right here. The reason why I press over it with my finger is because there are glitter particles in the shadow, and I don't want them all over my face. And I find if I tap it with my finger, it seems to like press it into my eyelid, and even with my hooded eyes and with the fact that my eyelid basically folds up onto itself, I don't have to worry about that shadow like falling all over my face throughout the day. I even got liner out for this one, and I was like, maybe not. Let me throw some mascara on, and we will see what I think after the mascara on whether or not I might want to, maybe. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the simplistic look of it. I mean, you can always make this richer by using I can see it on the counter anymore. The black pencil liner on your upper your waterline. If you put black in there, it'll like make this pop a little bit more. You can do black liner above your lashes, and that'll also make this stand out. But I think I'm happy with how it is right now. And let me check the Galaxy Chic palette that just fell off my lap and see if I broke it. Alright, so all I did was refresh the lip. This is the Morphe lip crayon, but underneath of it I had put this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in Cairo underneath of it, and it's like almost the same color as my skin, so talk about concealer lips. So I put this over it, and it was like super pink. So I was like, okay, well, after the look was done, I went ahead and put the crayon back over it, and it made it a little bit more red. But it was like dragging so bad on my lips. It was like super dry and crusty. So I went ahead and threw some of the Bh Cosmetics, this is their Strawberry Lemonade lip gloss. I threw that over it and then just blended it all together to end up with the pink shade that I've got right now. I still have mascara falling on my face. So let me know what you guys think about me mixing in some of the mini Zodiac palettes in with the Galaxy Chic. I mean, this palette is beautiful, but they're all shimmer shades, and I will be doing a comparison video with this versus some of the other BH palettes that I have to compare the shimmer shades. These are their baked formula. They are a little bit different than the, oops. They're different than this. It's like this is the baked formula, but this isn't. This is just one of the regular shimmer shadows, and their shimmer shadows are very similar, but the baked shadows, they react a little bit differently. So I will be doing swatch comparisons with this as well. But this palette only has 2 shimmers in it. That's the Aries. The Gemini palette only has 1 shimmer in it, but the Taurus palette has the most shimmers of all of the little ones from this set of 3. So I will be doing looks with that one as well, but I figured I would incorporate one of the little palettes in with this to do looks because I kind of needed some matte shadows to go with it. And if you guys want to see looks using the big Zodiac palettes mixed with this one or the Aurora Lights, let me know. I will do that as well because those have a lot more matte shadows in it, and it'll be easier to come up with looks and stuff like that. Alright, here I'm in the shade so you can see the eye look. And now I'm gonna go walk directly in the sunlight. I don't know how people do this. Okay, I gotta get out of the sun. Wow. Ooh, I'm surprised I ain't blind. Anyways, that is my eye look for the Galaxy Chic and the little mini Zodiacs. Natural lighting so you can see it. I will zoom you in. And I will be posting looks on Instagram so you can see them. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. I will respond to it, and I actually enjoy getting them. Feel free to like the video and share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.